9/3/2012. Time 11:23 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Happy Labor Day to all MMTs and everyone around the world who knows us, who visits us, and who relies on us. And what do they rely on for us for? Well, in the trading division, they're an MMT. And the rest of the people, well, as we're teaching our MMTs, they get a little feel. It's not like they know very much of anything, but they can still follow along and get an idea of what we're talking about. Here's a 60-minute chart on Google. This lower line here, this is where we have that short that we did in price volatility. And we came straight back up. But I take this lower diagonal trend line and I come right through these tops right here with that diagonal line, and it comes up there. And this is where that gap down was. And we had another reversal here. Here, we had a complete reversal. That was that big gap down. We made that lower low where it was 659 over here, but look at that big gap down. We came right up out of that 60-minute bar. You can see the calendar date here, MMTs, but look at those 60-minute breakout bars all the way back up to 52-week highs. This all happened in the dog days of August. One of the things that we're going to be looking for is how this topping pattern up here at 688 holds as resistance. We can see that the name had a gap down, but we can see that these lower trend lines right here, you can see this trend line where this was a major area of resistance with the big gap down. It was short-term overbought, and we said it had to come down, and it did. But it came right off of that bottom because it's in a weekly bull trend, and bull trends, when they gap down, that's why we buy these bull trends, and that's that side of the market. But nonetheless, what we are saying is that when I take this trend line where this breakout bar was right here, I come across this bottom part, I come right through here. Notice how they match perfectly in the bottom of this 60-minute bar, and we come right up here. That is, once again, going to be the upper end of that resistance level, just as this trend line here is. We come right through here where the support level was. We come right over here. It got below that diagonal line. It comes right up to the top, which makes this the double top reversal on a 60, back up to the resistance levels. One thing that we do know about it is that it has to reverse not at the 52-week high, but a lower dollar price high. So we start 9/4 out in a bull trend in a calendar monthly September, where Google likes to get these levels of 52-week highs, and Google has a tendency, since the day it's always traded, is it likes to have big reversals. We do have volatility that is coming in the name as far as directional price movement. Here's the big rallies, but notice how they gave the rallies up, but we still made the higher highs because that's how bull trends work. But it was all high frequency computing machines that drove them higher. So let's keep that straight. And every gap down, as we gap down, we did continue to drive higher, MMTs, to the major top up here with another huge price down. What I'm getting at is that these price reversals and a series of 52-week highs, that's why the old saying is in the old bull market days, 52-week highs can continue making 52-week highs. However, we are getting price volatility. What I will be telling by looking at the 60-minute price volatility gap down and a big run to higher highs and big movements down intraday. So you go short and we go long all the time. And I've already covered the calls and the puts and everything that goes along with it, is that we are going to look at where these highs don't close above these areas in here. And what we're going to be looking for is where that final high ends up being at reversals. Well, by the support levels, this is the major support level back to the highs. It's going to be this lower level that we're going to be watching carefully moving forward in the month of September. As a matter of fact, we'll be watching very carefully, okay, as to how price volatility runs ahead of major price volatility that will hit the market in the full calendar month of September and October. Meaning that we've had that big bull run. However, bull runs have increased volatility forward looking, as they always have. So let's beware. Once again, I'm showing that 60-minute chart on Google just so that the MMTs have that when we start making these transactions again in the morning. And we've already done the complete analysis on the calls and the puts and the entries, making money on both sides. So it's a great Labor Day. I'm going to leave all my MMTs with that 60-minute chart, with the price volatility. I am saying that the broader market and Google will have both directional movements down and back up. The longer upside volatility has been playing its course out in the last week of August. Now we're in September. And we're going to see if Google starts to lose some of that bull exhaustion, meaning that bulls got to pull back before they make higher highs. So we'd like to see in the month of September exactly where the lows in the calendar month of September end up based on our wonderful MMT trade management done live before the fact.